For this example of trigonometry, we're going to be looking at using tan. The two things you should always be asking yourself is, what are we trying to find and what ratio will we need to use? And by ratio, I mean, are we using sine, are we using cos, are we using tan? And these you have to think about. My recommendation would be, first thing is, write out a little acronym to remember which ratio to use. So I tend to write mine like this, so I know that if it's sine, it's opposite divided by hypotenuse, cos adjacent over hypotenuse, and tan opposite over adjacent. So looking at this example, we know that we've got h, which is our unknown side, and we've been given 100 as our adjacent. We also know that we have a reference angle of 18 degrees. Looking at the information we've been given, we know that h is going to be our opposite because it is opposite to our reference angle. And we know 100 is our adjacent. So if we take a look at what ratio to use, we have an opposite, we don't have a hypotenuse. We can cancel that out. We have an adjacent, we don't have a hypotenuse. We can cancel out cos. Looks like by process of elimination, we're going to be using tan because we have an opposite, we're trying to find our opposite, and we have an adjacent. So when writing this out, we're going to write tan of our reference angle equals to opposite over our adjacent. So writing that out again with all the values or letters that we have, we're going to write h over 100. Now to solve this, or to put it into our calculator, we're going to have to do a bit of manipulation, and this involves what we do in algebra, which is to rearrange the equation. So in order to find or get h by itself, we're going to have to multiply it out by 100 so that those two cancel out, and what we do to one side of the equation we must do to the other, which means into our calculator we're going to type in h equals 100 times tan of 18 degrees. Putting that into our calculator, we're going to get an answer of h equals 32.5. In this case, the question didn't give our numbers in units. However, if the question does, please make sure your final answer is given in units.